Welcome to Insights. I'm Eric. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to do a short wheat review. I've done several updates to the wheat report. This one probably doesn't qualify as such because there's not that much to talk about. That's fresh information. But I do encourage everyone that's watching these and subscribing to the Matrix. And if you're really interested in wheat, to consider the wheat report. We go into longer term cycles and trends and all sorts of things that go well beyond these reviews. It really helps in overall timing and understanding of these markets. And it is something that would be, well, let's say it's worth your nickel to say the least. But in terms of wheat today, we see a big spike up here, and Ukraine-Russian tensions are causing a lot of supply disruptions, and it's sending up price. And a couple questions that came across my desk is how do I like wheat? Well, I don't have any opinion on it. How does the invisible hand like it? And there's a very quick short answer to that. If we look at the evolution of the trade, it's right here. You can study it all and study the four phases. This one's in primary trend decline one, and so it's in that phase because of these two cycles are colored red. They're not bolded because they're not extended. This one's quite high at 1.42. It's at 19. The report looks at the longer term cycles, and it does alter these calculations, and it is important to know where wheat really does stand. But wheat is pretty extended here. It's so extended that it's highlighted red. The X bar, which is the composite cycle score, and that's right here, is 2.4, and this is for the composite cycle or C trend. That's 2.4. That's the X bar. This rarely gets above 2, and it's almost 2.5, and I almost never ever see it above 2.5. So if you're out there chasing, and I don't know who the heck is doing that, Ag Twitter, the majority, whoever you want to, whatever you want to call these social media, the internet, they're all the same. It's just the majority chasing their tails, following, doing what everyone else is doing. You are loading up on one side of the boat, and the boat is exceptionally unstable short term. So this is a no-no. For fresh money, this is actually something to consider taking money off the table. I don't care. I don't need to look at the charts. We don't need to look at the reversals. This is a really high number. You're going to have to wait for this to fall. So if you have some money in the core position, the core position's been up 19% in 19 months and 65%, and now's the time to take a little bit off the table, unless that you're expecting this to go higher. And the only way you would expect this to go higher is you really do have to understand the longer term cycles. So really that's about the extent of this update. I only probably would want to mention that the seasonality is pretty much negative for all the way until June. So this would definitely be vulnerable to a sell-off if anything unexpected happens inside the war front distraction, as I like to call it. Even if it does take it up higher, the core position will still be long. But this is a crazy high number at 2.4, and I wouldn't push the envelope. Many will do it. The point is they don't understand price and time cycles, and price and time cycles are all here, and many of them are bolded red, which is an extreme warning. The daily cycle at 14 days is 4.14 standard deviations above the normal price cycle. That's unbelievably high. Considering the energy build is still relatively neutral, we'll have to see how this gets updated on Friday. If there's anything really significant that takes place, I will make a comment either in a short review or update the wheat report. The wheat report's pretty comprehensive, and I like to keep a chronological discussion going for it. It's doubtful that the wheat cycle is over. There is a lot more at play here than people realize. The intermarket trends, again, that's something we talk about in the report, has wheat catching up, and I don't show it here, but if it does take over new leadership, you're going to get fresh money, and it's going to come from probably overseas as the dollar continues to rally and looks for a safe haven. If you have any questions, let us know. If not, be careful about chasing with the majority. They're a bunch of fools that don't know what they're doing. And 2.4 is a very high composite cycle score. Thanks for watching, and have an enjoyable rest of the day.